In this video, I'm rolling with a white belt and a black belt. Many of you might know Rich by now. This is probably his third or fourth appearance on the channel. He is a scrappy white belt, very strong, probably 20 years younger than me. Hussain is a black belt instructor at the school. Very talented. My school actually was just featured on Flow Grappling in a 5-on-5 man tournament with Middletown Jiu-Jitsu, I believe is the name. And they came out the winners. There were some really cool matches there. And Hussain, on the same day, just won a new breed submission only. He won with 2 heel hooks, no surprise there. So it's great to see my school getting the publicity it deserves. So here he's trying to pull me into a triangle. Rich's game is developing very quickly, so I have some prior rolls with him on the channel, and I think you'll all agree. And I know within, 6 to 12 months, he'll be giving me a really hard time. So here I'm trying to basically do like a slow motion Taekwondo pass. I'm trying to see how easily I could do it. Also, he was pulling me forward by my collar. So you don't want to pull someone forward by their collar unless you have your feet established on their hip or something. So now you're making a pull-push feeling. You don't want to just pull someone on top of you into your top of half guard, side control. So here I'm looking to set up the step over arm bar. I'm doing that by pretending to go for the Americana. I have to really sell it. So I'm also holding his right elbow off the mat with my left arm, and that's going to also inhibit his movement. And as you could see, when he tried to bump me, I was able to just let go of that left grip and put my hand on the mat to stabilize. And now we've done one complete 360 circle here. And I'm still working on that arm. So with his left arm, he should be framing. He's leaving it hanging in a dangerous position. But I'm content enough here with the pin. Again, I'm trying to use as little effort as possible with a much younger, much stronger opponent who does know jiu-jitsu at this point. I believe he said he was training since February. So that's as long as I've been working out with weights. I started working out with weights in February. I noticed a huge change in my strength. I'm basically twice as strong, I would say, as I was, which is a huge increase. Not to say that I was that strong. I wasn't strong. That was why I started lifting weights. So I think we did 2 360 circles, so we just keep going through the same set of moves. Now here I put my left hand next to his hip to stop him from squirming away from me. So I pulled him that way a little bit so you could see what's going on. That was my thinking on why I did that. I have his leg hooked. I mean, it's a really tough position here. He's in a cradle. I have a classmate that can almost submit me with this position, and I'm sure he could submit many other people. Shout out to Brown Belt Brian on that. Super uncomfortable when he squeezes my knee up to my chin, but fortunately I'm flexible, but for those who aren't as flexible, I'm sure they'll definitely be tapping. So here I'm looking to underhook that left arm and trap it with my leg, or grab his collar with my right hand, which I think I've done there. Oh, I let it go. See, when he went to get out, I stopped him by grabbing the back of his collar. I love those little tricks that you could do in gi. It's so much harder to come back from mistakes in gi. Not impossible. But you can't just flounder out the way you can in no-gi, especially by using physicality. So here, instead of getting the collar grip, I was able to get the gift wrap Here I kind of have my weight off of him. I want him to roll away from me so I could take his back. I think he knows that. So now I'm attacking the step over armbar, and I was able to complete it. Someone put in the comments that that wouldn't work in the street. I could guarantee you it would work in the street. If it would work on Rich, it would work on an old lady on the express bus. That's a joke, and for those who take everything literally. So there I wanted to just do a quick leg shuck and pass his guard. I would say Rich's guard passing is better than his guard. He needs to work on points of connection. But I was watching him spar yesterday, and he was doing really good. So, again, he's growing on a daily basis. So there he tried a spider guard. I shucked it. I went to knee on belly. Now I'm kind of like shin on waist, on waistline. But that ends the round. I always enjoy rolling with Rich because I get to work on my offense, and I know it's on somebody who's giving me decent resistance. I think Rich would probably do good competing at white belt.
Right, and you notice when I finally got you with it, you weren't expecting it. Right? I had to believe it that way, right? The best attacking when you get better to remember.
So now I'm going to roll with Hussain. I have the good fortune. I think I call him out here jokingly. And then I say something to the extent of, you know, I can't be disrespectful because I know you for 3 years and we roll together 100 times. But whenever I see that when he's free, I always ask him to roll. And what's funny is everybody wants to roll with Hussain. He's the popular girl at the high school dance, so to speak. And maybe that's not the best analogy. But you know what I mean. We all feel we can learn when we roll with the hard master. So again, Hussain just won a new breed tournament. 2 wins by heel hook. Which comes as no surprise to me. And, you know, these are big, strong guys, probably very somewhat accomplished in the jiu-jitsu world if they're competing against a black belt like Hussain. And I can honestly say I think I fend off his leg locks better than they did. But that's because I felt it many times. I mean, he has so many options. I'm not saying I felt all his options, but in one, he just basically caught him with a very simple heel hook. I mean, I know that's his most basic heel hook. So for me, I would like to think it took him a little more time. So here, this is almost like a Woj lock, which is new to me. But you kind of, it's the opposite of an Aoki lock. Again, this is probably for more advanced players. I'm not sure if new people would understand this terminology. So there I pretended to fall for a footlock. I was kind of half joking, but I wanted to see his response. Because in the footlock position is not where I want to be, but if he pulls me there, it'll always be a learning experience. But I would love to be able to try to pass his guard. Actually, passing his guard is probably one of my main goals in jiu-jitsu recently. It would just feel so good to be able to do that. His guard is so tough. His inversion. Also, even though he's small, he seems to be very strong. I don't know if his strength comes from his ability to use jiu-jitsu principles and leverage properly, or it's just natural genetics, or it could be a combination of both. So here I'm just trying to, I want to trap his bottom leg with my left leg with a hook and then try to move to side control. But he starts inverting here. See, I'm trying to kick that hook off. I know that if he gets that hook, he's going to have a leg entanglement. So again, I peel that hook off. You know, you have to really know when the bad positions are coming, so to speak. So that was a good guard pass attempt there. I almost beat him to the punch a little bit. I made him invert. I feel like when I make Hussain invert, that I'm a little bit ahead of him for a moment there. And then he was able to roll into another leg entanglement and finish. I try to tough them out as much as I can because I know he's not going to just stab my legs, but at the same time, sometimes his technique is too good and I really just have to tap at that moment. Again, as you can see, it kind of makes me smile because seeing something new. So there I wanted to get to an underhook on his left side and come up in half guard, and I think he realized that, so he stood up. Again, I can't think for him. So there, what am I looking for? Anybody that watches the channel should know. Kimura on his right arm or arm drag on his left arm. And I think he notices this and he keeps standing to pass. And standing in a manner that doesn't give me the De La Hiva hook that I like, so he kind of goes to the other side. That was a good pass. He went to knee on belly. I made space. His knee dropped to the mat. And now I'm looking to keep his hips away. I don't want him sitting on my head in this position. I think we can all agree on that. So when I see that leg coming, it puts it in range for me to stop it with my arms. So there he's fishing for the collar. I don't know if I felt that in real time. Yeah, he's fishing and I'm keeping my hand there to prevent it. Because if he grabs that collar, it's a Kanto choke probably instantly from that position. Kanto choke would mean he grabs my collar and steps over my head with his right leg. In case you're not familiar, it's a great choke, by the way, for a gi. So here he's in a north-south pin, which is really good. I prefer this rather than side control. I think it's harder to get out of, and it's easier to maintain for the top person. Please follow me on Instagram and Facebook at JitsOver50. And if you want to help support the channel, I have a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. I also have an X-Marshall link. Anything you buy through that link is 15% off if you use code JitsOver50. I have my JitsOver50 NYC Let's Roll Rashguard and my first Rashguard. Either way, I appreciate it, and it keeps me motivated to continue making these videos. So here I'm trying to come up into turtle. And he's doing a good job of keeping the pressure and preventing that.
Thank you.
So that was interesting, an interesting combination and a great roll all around. I enjoyed rolling with both of them.
So it's a good combination, I think.
More to come, obviously, from Rich and Hussain.
You cast.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share,
Yes. Thank you.
and if you haven't already, subscribe.